So you're thinking about making a move to Federal Way. Well, if that is you, then you're gonna want to stick around. In this video, I'm gonna show you 3 different homes in 3 different price points in 3 different neighborhoods here in Federal Way. So you know what you're getting when you move here, and we're getting after it right now. Hey guys, Chris, myself, and the team, we're getting phone calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you wanting to make a move right here to Federal Way. Whether you're wanting to move in 9 days or 90 days, shoot us a phone call, text, or an email. That way we can help you make that smooth move to Federal Way. All right, so today we are here in Federal Way. We are right outside of Wild Waves. Now, Wild Waves is actually the largest amusement park in the state of Washington, and it is located none other than right here in Federal Way. Now, Wild Waves is a great place. It has a combination of an amusement park and a water park, and here in just a few short weeks, this place is going to be exploding. Families pour in from all over, especially as Washington hits its warmer summer months, to visit Wild Waves. They do have great season passes. They're open basically 7 days a week, and there's all kinds of events that go on. So whether you're a big fan of water slides or whether you're a huge fan of roller coasters, Wild Waves is the spot for you, and it's right here, the town we're talking about today, Federal Way. A couple things to know about Federal Way before we go check out the houses is Federal Way sits right off of I-5 and is a good sized town, has a population of about 101,000 people, and it's kind of located in that sweet spot. It's about 18 minutes up to Seattle Tacoma International Airport, but then you're also about 25 minutes from Seattle, and you're about 25 minutes into Tacoma. And Federal Way is also the feeder into the Port of Tacoma. So if you're looking for a job there, this is a really great location. Now, whether you like to live, inner city, whether you like to live in the suburbs, or, you want to push down there and have some water views, Federal Way really has options for you no matter what. Now, as you'll notice, a lot of the videos we've done have been based on Pierce County and Pierce County prices. Homes in King County have a little bit higher taxes and are usually a little bit more expensive. So as we're looking at these price points, you'll notice they're a little bit higher than the tours that we have been doing. But this particular spot I just thought was a great opportunity to do a video on because it really splits Seattle and Tacoma finer than I think most of the areas we've covered before. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump in the car and we're gonna head over to our first house. This first one's gonna be about $535,000. And guys, you're gonna wanna stick around to the very end. So I'm gonna show you a sick $1.1 million mid-century contemporary home with incredible views of the Puget Sound. All right, let's roll. All right, so here we are at our very first neighborhood in Federal Way. Right behind us is a dead end, which makes this a nice place where, of course, only people that need to be in this neighborhood are going to be in the neighborhood. As we approach this house, you can see there are some gigantic skyscraper trees. So this is a very mature neighborhood to live in. This is one where the homes are maybe a few more years older, but have a ton of character for you to take in. And this right here is actually the first house I wanted to show you guys right here, this little blue one. Now this one right here has 3 bedrooms. It has 2 bathrooms. A really neat thing about it is it does have 2 offices. So as more and more people are getting used to working from home, having 2 offices in a house can be kind of, well, rare. And this particular couple did an addition to the home where they added 2 offices right next to each other off of the master bedroom. So if either creating a business from home was something that you were like really interested in, or maybe you already have a business where you work from home, this would be a really great setup for it. Additionally, there is this incredible deck off the back that just overlooks a beautiful backyard. Obviously, this yard is well well maintained, and there's a brand new shed out back for all of your storage needs. They have installed a couple wall unit air conditioners in here. It makes it really nice and cool on those hot days. Now, again, there were about 15 days last year that hit over 80. So it doesn't get super hot out here in Federal Way, but it's always a good thing to take into account for those days. You can also see it has a really cute 1-car garage right there as well. And this one going for $535. They also did full paint throughout on the insides. So it is pretty well turnkey, move-in ready at $535. So now that you've seen this cute little house with also a brand new roof on it, which is a huge plus, guaranteed for 20 years. That's so easy. Let's take a quick drive around the neighborhood and let's see what you think about the area. All right, well, we made it here to our second neighborhood. I absolutely, personally love this neighborhood. It's called Marine Hills, right here in Federal Way. One of my favorite things about this area is just how mature everything is. Now you can see you've got all these huge evergreen trees, amazing landscaping. Some of these houses actually date back to the 1950s, which is so sick because you get a lot of that mid-century modern build in with the property, and that's one of my favorite design types. So this is going to be more of like the average price point home that we're going to be looking at today, and it's this one right here behind us. So this house is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,660 square foot beauty. Now, it has a new roof, it's got new interior paint, it's got a full-size daylight basement with the wet bar and everything designed there. They've upgraded a lot of the flooring, and this one particularly falls in that range I was talking about. This one was built in 1957. So this one has some good roots. You know, it's got strong construction. Again, just look behind it. Those soaring evergreens, like who would not want to walk out and see it as their backdrop, these monstrous evergreens. And again, this neighborhood is just so well maintained. You'll see kids walking around on their bikes. You'll see people walking dogs, and you're just a couple of minutes down to the freeway. You can be down at nightlife pretty soon, within maybe 5 minutes. And actually, if you go up to this main road and you take a left, you can see the water. So this is a pretty cool little area if you're especially into something like a mid-century modern home or some older homes in a more mature neighborhood. And this one is, again, kind of that more normal area, like around that 785 range. King County does get a little bit more expensive than Pierce County. Taxes are also a little bit higher out here, but Federal Way is an area that's close enough down to like our home base where, you know, you're about 25 minutes into Tacoma from right here in this spot. And you could also be at SeaTac in 18 minutes from this house. So it's pretty much like the premier location. All right, now that you've got to check out the house, let's drive around Marine Hills and check it out. All right, so now we are coming up on our third and final house of this particular tour here in Federal Way. And I mean, you can already see the water there behind me. The Puget Sound is, I mean, it's stunning from right here. This is a beautiful view. And these homes, now, they definitely match. A lot of the homes in this area are going to be in that $1 million price point. So this is going to be a little bit more pricey of an area compared to a lot of the rest of town. But as always, I want to show you one that's a little bit lower, one that's about average, and then one that just is stunning, usually about $1 million. And so this one right here is the one we're going to look at. Of course, it's got the fence here, so we're going to keep walking to get past the privacy. But man, I love this property right here. So this is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,600 square foot, mid-century contemporary home for right at $1.1 million. Now, as you can hear, there is the road right in front of the house, but all these have incredible views of the sound off the back. In fact, this one has a gigantic deck that you could be relaxing on and have views of the water from the entire back of the house. There are 2 main living areas in this property, both of which have their own wood-burning fireplaces. Downstairs has a giant rec room for the kids and a bar down there. The kitchen is completely custom with a really tasteful backsplash that even I enjoy, which is, I think people a lot of times make really bad backsplashes. Quartz countertops, everything about it, the stainless steel appliances. I'll put some pictures up here so you guys can kind of see it from the outside. But this right here is 2,600 square foot for $1.1 million. And again, you might be like, oh, that seems like a lot, especially where I'm coming from. If you're, someplace where homes are a little bit cheaper than they are here in the Pacific Northwest. But the view of the water from this house it's sick. Like, I would kill to have it. I'm not gonna lie, I love living in the woods like I do, but if I didn't, this would be the kind of spot that I would definitely take in. I also love the additional privacy they've kind of put for themselves out here too. So listen, now that you've seen what Federal Way offers at $1.1 million, let's cruise this neighborhood so that you can see a few more homes in the area. Hey, we're gonna get in the car and take a quick cruise around. Before we do, I should remind you that Chris, myself, and the team, we're getting phone calls, texts, emails every single day for people just like you looking to make their move to right here in Federal Way. So whether you're looking at moving in 9 days or 90 days, shoot me a phone call, text, or an email so that we can help you make that smooth move out here to Federal Way. And until next time, I cannot wait till you're out here so I can show you around some of these sick houses. All right, let's take a quick cruise.